Hey YouTube, Anthony here. I'm going to do a video today just covering a couple of multi-tools that I've been meaning to get to over the last several months. This is one of my weather radios. I just wanted to show you guys. I know I've did some videos on this, on the importance of having a weather radio, but with the storms we're having in Florida this weekend and the potential storms with tropical storm now, Debbie taking a turn for the worse, you need to make sure you're prepared, and you have one of these so you can listen to the latest forecasts. So this is more than just a weather radio, but for $30 to $40 you can get yourself a weather radio and tune it into the weather channel that's broadcasting 24/7 like you hear here.
Nevertheless, lightning is a threat year-round in South Florida.
And you'll get the latest reports. Okay? I'm putting that aside for now. Starting with the multi-tools, the one here on the right, what we're going to do first is get some weights. And these are 4 that I have right now in my preps that I carry in different ways, and I'll explain that in a minute. This one here is just a real cheap multi-tool, one of those ones that you get for a few bucks, but it has its purposes and it serves a purpose. So we're going to include that on the video today. So looking at this smaller one, you're looking at about 2.5 inches and a weight of just under 3 ounces, 2 7/8 ounces. Okay, and there it is. And I'll open them up later and look at the tools inside each one. But for now, we're going to get the weight and the size. This here is a Gerber Octane. I think I have a video I did on this well over a year ago. I'll put it in the link. But this is one of the first multi-tools that I ever received. And it is about 4 inches. And again, I'll post specs from the websites on these so you can get detailed specs. And you're looking at 5 1/8 ounce. 5 1/8 ounces for the Gerber Octane. The next multi-tool that I have is another one by Gerber. It's called the Gerber Diesel. I don't know if you could see the writing on this because it's mossy oak, but right here it says Gerber Diesel. And this is a really, really good multi-tool, and I'll show you how it opens in a minute and why I like it so much. But let's weigh this one. 8.5 ounces for the Gerber Diesel. The next multi-tool, the last one in our review today, is probably one of the best ones out there on the market, I believe. It's called the Leatherman Wave. I got it from my wife recently as a gift, and I really, really like this multi-tool. And this is the multi-tool that I carry EDC on me at work, and whenever I'm traveling. This is on my hip as of right now, the Leatherman Wave. And this multi-tool weighs just slightly more than the Diesel. It's 8 3/8 ounces. 8 3/8 ounces. Okay? So, depending on what your goals are and what you're carrying the multi-tool for and what you think you're going to use it for. Oh, we didn't measure the Leatherman Wave. Just under 4 inches for the Leatherman Wave. Again, if you're just going to tinker around and not really get too much serious into multi-tools, something like this might be good for you. It's under $10 and it has the cheap set of pliers, cutters, and then the different types of tools. Little saw, Phillips head, bottle opener, and flathead screwdriver, knife, and then on the other side you have again a small file another flathead, a little blade here, the can opener, and then another little flathead tool there. So again, this, even though this is a cheap multi-tool, none of the tools lock into place. It's got a little spring here. See that? It's got a little spring right here that kind of gives this a little bounce to it. But again, nothing fancy with this one. Good for small tasks and may help you in a pinch. But I wouldn't bet my life on this multi-tool here. Okay. The next one is the Gerber Octane. It's not really heavy. You can open it and expose the head just by grasping down on these two side pieces here and opening. You can open it with one hand if you wanted. It's not real heavy duty like the Leatherman Wave is or the Gerber Diesel, but this tool, if you just wanted to throw it in your pocket, it's got the pocket clip on it, and it's got an array of other tools on it that we'll look at real quick. One of them being the knife, and this tool locks into place right here, and you can shut your knife down. Other tools on it. Inside here, your screwdriver, your cutter. Trying to give you guys a good view here. And again, these lock into place, and then you can lock them down. Your Phillips head and flathead. Again, they lock into place, they set in, and the tool shuts nice and easy. And you also have a bottle opener here, right here, that you could put on a bottle and open it up. This is a nice little multi-tool. I keep it in my go bag that goes with me, so this travels 99% of the time in my 72-hour go bag, which is right now a Rush 24. Alright, looking at the Gerber Diesel, which is here. This particular multi-tool rides in my tactical vest, and I'll show you the reason why I like it. And it's because you could open this tool with one hand. That wasn't too good in front of the camera, but it's hard to do it and keep it in frame. There you go. You can open it with one hand. The pliers will slide out, and the cutter area here you can see. Again, it's a heavy-duty multi-tool. Not as heavy-duty as the Leatherman Wave, but in its own right, it's an excellent multi-tool, and you can do a lot with it. And the one-hand opening is definitely something to look at, because you can deploy it with one hand in case the other hand is incapacitated, or you're using it for something else. So once you do deploy the head here, you have an array of tools that are very good. I'll try to open them here for you so you can get a quick look at them. And again, they lock into place, and then you would unlock them just by pulling back your little piece here. So a file, a two-sided file. Again, a flathead, a Phillips head, another flathead tool, a knife, partially serrated knife on this side, and then on the other side you have a saw blade. You have a bottle opener. Again, another flathead here. And then you have your heavy duty scissors, which definitely are functional as a scissor. And again, everything locks into place and then folds back in for storage. And then what you would do is just take your slide lever and shut your tool down here. The Gerber Diesel, definitely something I would recommend in my preps, specifically for the one-hand operation of it. The Leatherman Wave is second to none, I believe. It's totally made of steel. There's no plastic parts on it that I could see. It is a little bit chunky, and its weight is a little bit heavy, but it definitely is worth the extra weight because of its design, the way it feels in the hand, and what it can do and how strong it is. And this tool is just an amazing tool. This video will not go into great detail on it, but just give you some of the workmanship here, some close-ups of this multi-tool. It is amazing. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube. Nothing Fancy has a really good video on this, a detailed, review of it, which this video is not. I'm just doing a comparison. But again, all your tools lock into place. They are of superior quality. Your little screwdriver things here flip out and will slide back into the holder. Everything locks into place. Your other side here is your tools, and also the scissor on this is very functional as well, just like it was on the Gerber tool. Okay. Again, depress the lever here to shut your tools back down. When you close your tool up and it's in the closed mode or the carry mode, you have access to, and which I like, one-handed operation of the knives. And you have a straight blade knife, which is probably around 3 inches, very sharp, and again, depress this lever here and the knife will shut. You have a very heavy duty and functional file, two-sided file here and here. This is all accessed without even opening the blade, or excuse me, the multi-tool. And then your next blade on the other side is your serrated blade. As you can see, I use this blade quite a bit. And again, it's probably a little over 3 inches. Locks into place, very sturdy and very strong. So, if I had to recommend one tool to have, and you could afford it, I would go with the Leatherman Wave, just because of its durability and the way it's built, with a very close second given to the Gerber Diesel and its one-hand operation for deploying the tool. And then the other two, the Octane and this other one, are good to carry and good to have. And again, it's depending on what you're carrying for and what you're going to use them for. You have to make that decision. But I wanted to do this video today just to give you an overview of a couple different multi-tools and what they can do for you. Okay, you're looking at I think 40 bucks for the Octane. I'll put links in the description box. I think 50 or 60 bucks for the Gerber Diesel, and around 80 bucks, 85 bucks for the Leatherman Wave. Okay? Thanks for joining me. Send me any questions or comments, and thanks for your subscriptions. Anthony signing off.